I enjoy site-specific theatre. I think it's very interesting, both to watch as well as to try and write for. I'm intrigued by spaces in general. Like, I think spaces can be part of the show. Like, it can almost be an entire character, like by itself. I mean, if you do the play well, it can come across that way. So one of the things that I watched that was site-specific was, I don't know if you watched Two Houses. Two Houses was set in that particular mansion, right? I can't remember the name of it, but it was this huge sprawling thing in Penang, and like just going in and being there in that space, it really evokes a certain time period. And based on what they've done with the space as well, you really are transported somewhere else. To be very honest, it was because we couldn't find any other venue. And then, so the venue that we found was Centre 42. And we were like, oh great, we can use the black box. And then we were like, but then, you know, it's just a black box. So I told Chris, why don't we try like using the other spaces as well? See whether we can do something, because, you know, there is a rehearsal studio, there is a meeting room. For the 2 weeks that I was here doing basement workshop, I had the privilege of being in the rehearsal studio as well as the meeting room. So what I did then was to get a feel of like the space and try to imagine basically what I can do with this and how would I envision people watching something in this space and make it part of what is being discussed in the script and not just another place to hold the scene. What we eventually decided to do was, because we wanted to frame the entire experience like this is the briefing, the pre-NIE briefing that they never actually give, which they actually should give, where you actually hear what you need to hear about teaching before you go in. We have the first part in the black box, and those are like more straightforward, almost presentational kind of engagements about what happens in teaching. And then we move everybody down to the rehearsal studio where Ed is going to be talking to them about the PSLE. At the start of the play, what we're going to do is we're going to give 10 people a golden ticket. At the end of the rehearsal studio scene, we call out the 10 people who have the golden tickets, and they'll be ushered into the meeting room. Everybody else will be outside the meeting room. The things that are written on the golden tickets are like really mean things like, you know, my father donated $30,000 to my future school, that kind of thing, or, you know, my IQ is 220, that kind of nonsensical stuff. So, but I mean, not totally nonsensical, because that's really what happens. So it's completely arbitrary, I think, this way of sifting people out into what they should do or what they shouldn't do or what they can do or cannot do. But I'm hoping that the audience will come to that realization about why we are doing this and what it's supposed to signify.